Welcome back to Know Thyself, where we explore what it really means to live awake, to look at the patterns that quietly shape our lives and the truths we often avoid seeing. In our last episode, we talked about ghosting and what it says about you when you disappear and the power of keeping your word. Today, we're going deeper into what lies beneath that pattern, the energy of avoidance, and how what you resist persists. Because every time we ghost somebody, or procrastinate a task, or distract, deflect, or run, we're not just avoiding something or someone out there. We're avoiding ourselves. The nature of avoidance is like this. Avoidance may feel safe. It gives us the illusion of control. Like, if we don't look at it, it can't hurt us, right? But what we don't face doesn't just go away. It waits and it waits. It lives quietly inside of us, growing heavier with every breath, with every dodge, with every unfinished conversation, with every emotion left unacknowledged. Avoidance is energy. Energy that doesn't just disappear, it simply changes form. What you refuse to face in one relationship will invariably show up in the next. What you won't admit about yourself will echo back through circumstances until you finally listen. Life keeps giving you the same lesson in different clothes until you're ready to see it, accept it, and learn it. So here's why we run. We avoid not just because we're weak, but because we're wired to protect ourselves from pain. Avoidance is the body's biological armor. It's a defense mechanism that says, if I don't feel it, I can't be hurt by it. But the cost of that protection is aliveness. You can't just selectively numb pain, because when you block discomfort, you also block joy, connection, and truth. So herein lies the dichotomy. Avoidance may feel like relief in the moment, but over time it becomes anxiety. You might think you're escaping the problem, but in reality, you're just carrying it on in silence. And here's how the mirror of life works. The world has a funny way of mirroring back whatever you resist. If you avoid confrontation, you'll keep attracting people who force you to speak up. If you avoid vulnerability, you'll keep meeting people who seem and are emotionally distant. If you avoid responsibility, life will keep creating situations that demand your accountability. And that's not a punishment, that's compassion. Life's doing you a favor. Life is trying to make you whole. The things you run from are the very things meant to return you to yourself. So let's face it. How do you stop running? How do you face what scares you without being consumed by it. By starting small. By admitting the truth to yourself, even if you cannot yet speak it to others. When you feel resistance, pause and ask yourself, what am I afraid to feel right now? Don't analyze the fear, sit with it. Feel it in your body. Let it move through you instead of locking it away for another time. And that is the alchemy of awareness. What you face transforms into something beautiful, and what you ignore festers into something hideous. The more you face things, the freer you become. Because freedom isn't about escape, it's about integration. So remember this: avoidance is an energy leak. It drains you of your power. But every time you turn toward what you fear, you reclaim a piece of your soul. And eventually, you realize the monster you were running from was never out there to begin with. It was simply the unacknowledged part of you waiting to be seen, understood, and loved. And that's the real magic of knowing thyself. Thank you for tuning in. And if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might be running from their own truth. And as always, stay awake, stay honest, and keep coming home to yourself.